Hey, I'm Em, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a dragon tutorial. I got this inspo from Keilidh Mua. She is a dope Irish makeup artist that posts some sick looks, especially around Halloween time. So I think this was her look from last year. She did a Game of Thrones themed look where it was Khaleesi turning into one of her dragons. So I kind of took that look, changed it. Not a whole lot, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Just kind of recreated it and put my own colors and kind of my own twist to it. But so just keep watching if you want to see how I turn myself into a dragon. Also, look at my little ear primer. I got this a couple years ago. His name's Stanley. I named him after my dad. Is that weird? Probably. Okay, keep watching. I'm going to be gluing down my eyebrows with just some Elmer's stick glue, and I didn't show it, but I also put baby powder on top of that just to set my eyebrows and make sure that I don't rip out any hairs, because I'm going to take my first scale and I just put eyelash glue on it, and I'm sticking it right across my eyebrows. So really I'm just going to make a scaly eyebrow. Yeah. I made my scales using Model Magic, which is found at a local craft store, and I also found some at Dollar General for cheap. And to put them on the second roll, I will lift up the top of the first row just to have a nice layered effect, and just put it under a little bit just to make it have a nice little dimension to it. But for all the scales beforehand, I kind of laid them out and put them on a piece of paper to see how I wanted them to set and what shape I wanted with them. So that might be a good idea to see how many you need to make and how many you would need for your face. And then I did another layer and kind of made them sporadic, make them look a little scaly. And then I took a big piece kind of to accentuate my under eye bags, you know, because dragons are tired. But I just glued it down with eyelash glue, and it's just made out of the same Model Magic. And I made sure to put a lot of glue on this one because it's kind of a thicker piece. And then I just took little smaller scales and started gluing them underneath there. Just taking the end of a brush, and I'm going in and kind of pushing the scales in, making sure they're stick. And I'm also making kind of a texture to them just to give them more dimension and more scaled, realistic effect. Now I'm just going to take a black eyeliner pencil and start doing the outline of my dragon eye. Now as a base coat, I'm just going to be taking some red eyeshadow and just putting it all over the scales. This doesn't have to be perfect, I'm just trying to get a general idea of where I want everything. And then I'm going to take it outside of the 3D scales and kind of flare it out. So for what I'm going to draw little tinier scales. I'm going to be taking some purple lipstick from NYX, their matte lipstick, liquid matte lipstick. I'm going to be putting it around, kind of giving dimensions to the scales. I'm going to start out by putting them at the bottom and in the crease in between the scales. And so I'm just going to do that all over the face. I'm going to be taking that same purple and just flaring it on the outside of the scales like I did the red eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be taking a red liquid lipstick, also from NYX, and I'm going to start blending it into the purple. So this is going to go closer to the top, kind of middle of the scales, and I'm going to blend it down into the purple. I'm taking an orange liquid lipstick now, also from NYX, and this is going to go at the very top of each scale, blend it down into the red, have a nice ombre scale look. I'm going to be taking it and flaring it out like I did the other color. Taking a black liquid liner and filling in the creases to give it, again, more dimension and to make the scales pop out from one another. And with that same liner, I'm going to go around the eye and draw the smaller scales. I'm going to go in and fill in some more in between the scales. I'm going to start drawing the smaller scales kind of around the 3D scales just to kind of blend them into the skin more. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in the entirety of the dragon eye with that black liner. And I'm using a black eyeshadow just to go around and set where I put the liquid, and then also put that and just some pencil liner in my waterline. And I'm using this white foundation from NYX. It's actually the mixer foundation that you put in to lighten your other foundations. I'm just using a craft brush that I got at Hobby Lobby. I'm just going around and highlighting my scales. And I've seen a lot of people who do looks kind of like this. They'll use glue to make their scales look kind of wet and realistic, but I didn't really want to do that because I'm lazy, so I just took some hairspray and just carefully sprayed it all over my scales, and it gave it a nice, good, shiny gleam to my scales. And that's the finished look. I just threw on a comfy dragon onesie, and I was supposed to have a dragon contact, but I almost destroyed my eyeball, so maybe next time.